Hi everyone, it's Patricia. Today I'd like to show you guys a tutorial on how to make these bags envelopes, and this one particularly measures 5.5 by 10 inches. So the idea came from these vintage bags that I have in my stash, so I figured I could make them all different sizes. So I'm going to just show you guys how to make this one first. So this one is going to measure 5.5 by 10 inches. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a 12 by 12 paper, and I'm going to score it at 3 inches. And also, I'm going to score it at 8.5 inches. I'm going to turn my paper sideways and score it at 1 inch. And also at 11 inches. The reason for the 1 inch in each end of the paper is because I want an inch fold flap. And next, I'm just going to fold in my scores. The moment you guys start making these envelope treat bags, you guys can see how much fun they are, and you could put goodies for swaps or racks. A fun way to give a treat for someone to open it. Okay, so next, on each corner of the paper, there's these little rectangle squares, and we're going to cut off all of these on every corner of the paper. So let me start cutting it. That's 1. 2. 3, and the last one. Okay, so that's 4 squares, rectangles, excuse me. So now basically you guys could already glue this part down, but I don't like the way that looks. What I like to do is measure 1/2 inch on each side of the paper. So you can measure or just eyeball it. I normally eyeball it, but let me just measure for the sake of the video. So I'll measure 1/2 inch on each end, because I don't like the tightness of the envelope when it closes. I like it loose a little, so I could put goodies inside. Okay, so I measure my 1/2 inch on every corner. Now I'm just gonna cut from one end to that point that we cut down there. Okay, so it will look like this. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I will do this for all 4 corners. You don't have to do this, guys. I just do it because I like to stuff it with goodies. And now you guys can see how it looks. So it looks like a little type of triangle pyramid shape on the top and bottom. So now when you fold this flap over, it's kind of loose, so it's actually perfect when you put goodies inside. So now you could round out the corners if you want on the bottom flap. Just for the purpose of the video, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use glossy accents to glue down my paper. So I'm going to glue down the paper ready. You don't have to use glossy accents. You could use a double-sided tape. Any type of glue you guys have. I just use glossy accents because I enjoy using that on everything. I'm like glued to that glossy accents. Okay, so now on the bottom I'm also going to put glue. And the reason I did the 1/2 inch is because the inch flap will still cover it completely. But for a more finished look, you will probably round out the edges on the bottom, or with a mortise tool punch, a corner punch, that will work also. So I want my corners glued down. I don't want them to lifting up. Okay. And it'll basically look like that, but you will have your corners rounded or punched out with the mortise tool punch, whatever punch you want, or you even could do the whole border if you wish to do that. And as you guys can see, it's basically done. You can punch a hole if you want to add like a little ribbon or seam binding, or if you want, you could just use the double-sided Velcro to close the packaging. And if you don't have a punch, you could just go with your scissor and round out the edges of these pointy flaps like this. Now just let me do the other one. So it will look like that, folded. So you can do it manually by hand if you want. And I forgot to say that I use double-sided paper for this envelope, but you don't have to use double-sided paper. You could use one single-sided paper. It's really up to you guys. And that's basically it, guys. It's done the envelope. The moment you guys start making these, you're going to see how much fun it is, and you're going to get addicted to making these. And I have some ready just to show you guys all different sizes you can make also, and you can see how pretty big it is inside, and it could fit a nice size chocolate bar in one of these as well. And here's just a small one too that I just made for the purpose of the video. And I hope you guys try making your own pocket envelopes. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, happy scrapping. Bye guys.